Hello, citizen. It is I, Max Stein, and I love video games.
I'm the Megabuck. I really love video games.
And welcome to the Game Treasure Podcast, where we discuss treasured video games of yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Warning, the Game Treasure Podcast is not for children or anyone with a brain. It's a brother cast today. The other two co-hosts couldn't make it. So
actually, it turns out they're just not superheroes. That's the reason why. They're not superheroes.
We're Batman and Robin, because today we've got a dynamic duo of a superhero-based video games to talk about. One in a classic arcade-style beat-em-up, Marvel Cosmic Invasions, and one choose-your-own adventure, also strategy, I guess, game, I would say. It's a strategy game at times. In Dispatch, which was a lot more fun than I thought I was going to have.
Same.
Right? But before we get into that stuff, Buck, why don't you and Retro Game Treasure take us back in time with this week's Retro Zone game, please?
Let's go back in time. Go back. Retro Zone.
You're getting attacked again. This is 2 weeks in a row. I think you've been getting attacked.
I was doing parkour. I was parkour.
Oh,
parkour.
Go back in time.
Yeah, parkour.
Sick parkour move, bro.
Thank you.
Do you know what do they? How shameful must you be to be a guy that names a parkour move? Sorry, parkour heads out there, but I'm just saying. You're like, that one's the nipple twister. It's when you spin around 3 times after you jump over a curb
and twist your nipples.
And you twist your nipples. Sorry.
It's okay. I brought some. I saw this on the shelf, and I thought this is a fun one we haven't talked about. I think it's funny that it features DualShock 3 compatible on the front of the box. Like, that was important. I am talking about 2008 by DICE.
Oh, I love them.
Mirror's Edge.
Oh, I only have DualShock 2. Shit, I'm not going to get the full experience of Mirror's Edge. Which is that PlayStation 3 copy in your hand?
It is.
This is a multi-platform game, right?
Oh, yes, it was across all of them.
Yeah,
I probably own a 360 copy because I played a ton more 360 than PlayStation 3 because of Rock Band. It was all Rock Band's fault, actually.
Yep.
But if you never played the original Mirror's Edge, this was like the OG first-person parkour game.
I think it was it's got to, I guess there's probably some actually person out there that could correct us maybe on that.
Well,
I'm pretty sure.
There are other parkour games, Dying Light and some others especially, but this one, most importantly, first person. And the most unique thing about this game I always found was that it put emphasis on disarming your opponents, hand-to-hand combat, and not using guns.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you didn't mention it, that it did have that light combat element to it, which is not my favorite part about it because the running and jumping feels real good in this game, honestly.
Satisfying is the best way to put it. Like, the way that they figured it out to not feel too over the top. You weren't always running on long billboards over gaps that would make you shit your pants, like that a person should not be running over between buildings. It felt more like over the railing, do a roll, jump down to the next floor by skipping a staircase, and then turning around. And this game was very known for having some pretty clever AI. I know we've talked about that before on some other episodes. But this game's got AI where if there's multiple characters, they're reacting based on what you do to one of them. The other one's doing reactions based on that too. Because you remember, you could take people, not like hostage, but you could use as like a body shield thing.
Right.
Push them back at the other enemy and disarm the gun from them.
I forgot about that. I thought you were going to mention the level design.
Oh.
The really, really cool level design in this game, because in a game in which you just have to go in the direction they want you to as quickly and as stylishly as possible, it takes place in modern day city place. So there's skyscrapers and shit everywhere. Yep. But it's just like not too distracting of an exterior environment, and the path that you need to go to is usually, it's not like puzzly, really.
Right.
It's just the momentum of doing it all in succession and then having it broken up with
what it makes me think of? It makes me think of almost like a first-person Donkey Kong Country.
Right.
Commit. Just go. Just go forward.
Yes. It's a bumblebee.
Jump, bounce, roll through these enemies, bounce off these ones, jump, just commit and move forward. It's always forward momentum. You were encouraged to not stop and, think about what was in front of you.
It's been such a long time since I played it. I'm trying to remember if there were any other mechanics or anything. Not really, right? There wasn't like a slowdown time or anything.
Now that was the main one, really. I mean, it was about you were like a what do they call them in this? You were like a runner. You were like a messenger kind of person that had to take packages from one place to the other, and there's some corporation tracking you down. Happens story-wise stuff.
Yeah, it's got some utopian sci-fi backbone to it that's why you're a runner in a world full of everything is like that Macintosh commercial from the 80s. You better run to save us all.
And the graphical style was really interesting because although it ran on Unreal Engine 3 at the time, which was some considered a little dated at that time, it had a new lighting program built into it, which really popped all of those bright colors and all of those areas that you were in. So
yeah, the levels were always, as I mentioned before, brightly designed and obvious where you got, because like I said, it's during the day. I don't think there's any nighttime moments in this game.
I don't remember. I beat
pretty
the crap
sure
out
you're
of
mostly
it.
running around in the day, broad daylight, like midday or whatever, and so everything's nicely obvious and yellow and blue and whatnot, like Overwatch or something.
Grandchild of the Resident Evil yellow paint games.
Right. Very good with that, yes.
There's yellow paint or
Not
whatever
too much,
they used.
though. It doesn't suffer too much. If you haven't played it,
red stuff.
If you have honestly, Xbox 360, PlayStation, or
it's been rebooted since then too. Mirror's Edge, Catalyst.
Is there Wii? Like Wii? I'm sorry.
It was not on the Wii. No.
No, never.
It was
what
not.
Was the one
not
with
this
with
one.
All right, I digress. Anyhow, if you have, I'm trying to remember the name of the Wii that had the controller that you put in your hands that had a screen in it. I never had it. The Wii U.
You couldn't you couldn't remember Wii U. That's why
I never had it. I never had it, and it's like not shaped like a U. It's like
it's supposed to be we and you.
Wait, I am part of we.
You shut
we
your
and
mouth.
Us. We're watching you. Anyhow, go to retrogametreasure.com. Let Buck know you have an Xbox 360 or a PlayStation 3. And this is a straight up platformer game, right? I mean,
just
probably
first person, really.
Yeah, first person platformer game, and you can get your hands on a copy of Mirror's Edge. Go now. All right, we're gonna take a quick break, and when we come back, we're gonna talk about superhero games. See you on the other side.
Parkour! Michael! Parkour! Parkour! Extreme! Parkour! Parkour!
Okay, we are back, and we are here to discuss two different superhero-based games. One based off of straight-up Marvel amazing IP, and then one independent video or superhero-based thing, which I'm always... Before we begin talking about them, I'm always hesitant on consuming media about superheroes that isn't from one of the big superhero comic book lines.
But that'd be like saying don't give Invincible a chance. Like,
right.
That's a mistake.
It's true, exactly. And it's just it's quite good. So I'm glad I gave it that chance. But first, let's talk about the simpler of the two games, I'd say, which is Marvel Cosmic Invasion. Developed by Tribute Games, they did Shredder's Revenge, which I also enjoyed. You enjoyed that game, Buck?
Dotemu,
yes?
yeah.
Okay,
oh,
cool.
absolutely.
And then published by Dotemu, yes, they helped them make Shredder's Revenge. They also did that Metal Slug Tactics game that came out this year, I think, right? Was that this year or was that last year?
I think it was beginning of this year or late last year. Yep, it's still
and
fairly
then
new.
that Ninja Gaiden Ragebound game, which definitely came out this year. That was fine. Not as good as Shinobi. Such
a weird statement.
I know, right? It's just a side-scrolling arcade beat-em-up, so I don't really have to explain that very much. But I just wanted to go through some of the bullet points of some of the shit that I enjoy about it, some of the things that I find interesting. Right at the top, something that we could get out of the way probably quickly is just like the general art style of this game. Kicks ass.
It reminds me of like Spider-Man Venom Maximum Carnage.
Dude,
Super
okay.
Nintendo. That's
that
the
is
style.
Such a good... So, first of all, I wrote that. I thought it was very inspired by Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
For sure.
But an even earlier version would be this.
But definitely Spider-Man and Venom, when they do their web swing, I was like, that is exactly the trajectory that you follow, and the animation has been redrawn, but that is absolutely that Sega Genesis and Super Nintendo
slightly
Spider-Man game.
shorter characters. Like they're not chibi, but they are definitely shorter than like if they were supposed to be a person, an actual
That's
person.
true. They definitely don't have the proportions of, say, the X-Men arcade cabinet.
Right.
They're a lot like bulkier, I guess you could say. But just I'm trying to think of what else it reminds me of. It reminds me of that Adult Swim commercial bump, whatever that was, like the Rick and Morty video game thing, or the video game episode of X-Men '97.
Oh yeah, yes,
Yeah, it reminds me of that kind of, but even maybe less cartoony and a little bit more to the designs, honestly, of
but
like
it's
the '90s
wonderful.
cartoons.
I love it.
It's really fucking good. I really like it. So there's 2 different game modes that I just wanted to cover real quick before we dive into, whatever the game. So there's a arcade mode where you have limited credits to play through. It's like pretty easy to pick up and play. Not to jump ahead too much, but there's like these mods that you get to the arcade mode.
Yeah.
So you can make like bespoke arcade mode experiences. Have you
Shredder's
unlocked?
Revenge had the same thing. They're taking
Did
that
it?
from Shredder's Revenge.
Oh
yeah.
my gosh, I didn't even realize that.
Mm-hmm.
Do you play? Have you jumped into an arcade match with any of them on?
I have not yet, but I've unlocked a handful of them, so
Yeah.
I get it because it's just there's some of them are similar to that.
I jumped in one with Raph with like harder NPCs
Cool.
that could move faster, and I had it turned on to where like we couldn't recover the red portion of our health when we swapped out characters, so we just lost health or
Oh,
health or whatever.
no.
But it was just like, ooh, it's super hard because it's not too hard of a game. But anyhow, I digress. There's also the story mode in which you basically play through each level of the game. I want to say in order, but not really. It's like you do one of these 2 levels now, but then do the other one also. And I was like, oh, okay.
Did you play the campaign mode in Shredder's Revenge at all?
I did, but I guess it was so long ago. I don't.
Yeah.
There was like a city map I thought in Shredder's
Theirs was
Revenge,
more
right?
like a Mario Brothers 3
I like
style
that,
map.
honestly.
I think they're both great. I think they're both, the
This one,
content's
if
there.
you haven't played it, it's in a line. It's literally just, but it'll be like sometimes it branches off into 2 branches, and I went, oh, we have to choose whether we go to Genosha or we go to the Wildlands.
Yeah.
But then it's like, actually, no, you have to do both before you go.
You're just
into
choosing
the
the
next
order that you do them in, which is fine. It's great.
It
content.
is fine. You get to change characters, which I want to talk about the characters next, in between each of the arcade levels. So the roster
Is
I wrote,
fire.
it's awesome. I wrote, it's so cool to see pixel art versions of Marvel characters that I never thought I would see pixel art versions of them in a good game. I have the roster here. So
All right.
Beta Ray Bill,
Yes.
which awesome to include because I was like, what an obscure Black Panther, Captain America, Cosmic Ghost Rider,
Such
which I was
a
like,
good choice.
this is awesome. I was like, I don't even think I know this Ghost Rider, but this is cool. He looks awesome.
Ghost Rider
Iron Man,
2099.
Nova, but it's like a version of Nova that's like a dude with long flowing of hair. I've never seen this version of him.
Oh yeah, that was in the old 90s. He was in
cool.
was he in Excalibur? I forget now.
Phoenix, a character named Phyla Vale, who's like a Captain Marvel character turned what's the
She was listed as a Guardian of the Galaxy.
Guardian of the Galaxy,
in
yes.
the bios, yeah.
Well, yeah.
I'm not familiar with
Rocket
that one.
Raccoon,
Yeah.
She-Hulk.
Oh,
She-Hulk, they did like this cool redesign where she's not svelte like she is in like say Marvel's Capcom 3, or you might see her in like that X-Men fighting game. She's just beefy. She looks like
Hagar.
Zangief.
She's Mike
Yeah.
Hagar. Yeah,
Yep.
she's Zangief. Yeah.
awesome.
She's a grappler, and it's amazing.
Silver Surfer
So good.
is one where I was like, this is cool to fucking have Silver Surfer in here. His powers are awesome. He just fucking like shoots this massive laser beam that'll give like an extra what you call like a damage over time thing on all the enemies that it hits or whatever.
Yeah. Ghost Rider has
Storm,
something like that too.
Venom and Wolverine round out the cast.
Storm is so good.
They're
She's
so fucking cool. So certain characters, I thought you would love this, Buck. Certain characters you only get access to as you progress through the story mode.
Right.
And it was
I love-
so
Yeah.
awesome to see the
You know
question
me,
marks in
I'm
the
a
roster.
I'm a sucker for PS1 style unlocks of characters,
Yeah.
right? It's magical.
It's the storyline of the game involves these bugs taking over all these villains, and so you taking the bugs off of them, and then they choose to join your party. Is he a Marvel villain, a nihilist? That's like okay.
Yeah. I would have had him on old comic cards, like comic
Okay.
season 1, 2 of those sets back in the late 80s, early 90s. Yeah, for sure.
Awesome.
I really vividly remember his card and his purple armor.
Well, that's awesome. I thought he was made up for this game, but this game does.
Nope.
That's just yet another really cool, deep cut pull for roster of characters in this game. You get to pick 2 characters every time you go into a level. And then you can actively switch between them in ways that I want to get into in a second. But Buck, who are your favorite characters?
She-Hulk for life. As soon as I found out that she was a grappler, it is so much fun to grab an enemy, grab it out of the air, body slam him, grab him, spin him around, throw him at another. It's literally like getting to play as Mike Hagar in Final Fight all over again.
Yep.
And then out of the others, I'm kind of torn. I really like Cosmic Ghost Rider. But if I'm just feeling straight melee, I really like Wolverine, and I'll just do She-Hulk and Wolverine. Once you unlock those bios and you can see that the characters all have passive abilities.
Yes.
Oh,
I'm going to get to that in a second. I like She-Hulk and Iron Man was the pick I too, but yes, man. So to explain it, if you haven't played it,
everyone's so much deeper than a normal beat 'em up.
I know. I thought so too. I was so surprised and impressed. So everyone's got like a melee attack. Okay, so depending on what console or whatever, I'm gonna speak in Xbox for a moment. So everyone's melee, or you know what? Let me speak in PlayStation because it's clearer. Because okay. So everyone's got a melee attack. Square is its default mapping. Yeah. You can chain it into a combo, a 3-hit combo that ends with a big attack at the end. Yep. Everyone has a triangle attack that's like either. First of all, they're all how do I say, like bespoke to the character. So like you said, She-Hulk's a grappler, whereas Iron Man's is a ranged attack.
Blast, yeah.
Yes. And then the ranged attack ones require like an ammo that you have a count of underneath your health
Everybody
bar.
has something similar because Phoenix's is a grab, but it uses those. Wolverine's is like a lunge forward and he jumps on their body and then beats them up.
And then certain people don't use ammo. Like Captain America just throws his shield with the Y button over and over again.
And Beta Ray Bill.
I also didn't mention that every character has a attack where you press and hold X.
Yeah.
That'll do different
does
stuff.
A sonic clap.
Iron Man is awesome. He has he'll shoot a little ball that sits in the screen and attacks people just over and over and over again. So you can sandwich people between yourself and the ball and juggle them.
Ghost Rider throws that chain out and will grapple an enemy. And when he does that, he gains bonus ammo to use his ranged guns for the next volley of shots.
Yes.
Talk about strategy in a beat 'em up, though.
So the passive abilities. Everyone has passive powers, like Buck is saying. Like the one he just listed for Ghost Rider. Spider-Man has one, for example. When you I guess I didn't finish the buttons. Cut that. Start here. I didn't finish talking about how besides the ammo, you have a jump/fly button mapped to X. So any character that can fly, you can double tap X, and they'll go into a plane above the the bottom of the beat. Which I thought that was so cool because there's so many beat 'em up enemies that are airborne, and the way you have to get rid of them is by doing a jumping attack.
No, you just use She-Hulk, jump in the air,
or whatever.
grab them, smash them to the ground.
I love just being Phoenix, jumping into the air and then using her crazy fucking force choke power to grab someone from across the level and just throw them into the other side of the level.
Yeah.
Spider-Man has one when you dodge, which is mapped to your circle button. If you dodge an attack successfully, it reloads all of his web slingers. Right. And,
but some characters don't dodge; they block.
Yes, some of them block, and if you block at the exact moment of an attack, you'll do a parry.
Yeah.
Which will usually this cool animation of them flicking the person off, and it'll cause the opponent to become in a stunned state for a brief amount of time.
The amount of sprite work on these characters is insanely good. I mean, it's like the best of the best SNES era sprite work, right?
After all that, on top of all that, I should say, you have these tag moves that you can do. Where if you press and hold L2 when you press any of the face buttons, you'll do one of 4 different, basically not switch, but tag in moves. Like you press L2 and X, and your tag partner will come in and try to do a melee combo.
Yeah, I think it's L1 on the PlayStation.
Okay, yeah. And if you press the shoulder button and triangle, they come in and do a projectile or whatever their triangle attack is. If you press that and the jump button, your character will do an attack that launches the enemy into the air, and then in mid-air, your partner will tag in and attack them in mid-air, dude.
Yeah, it's great.
It's fucking tight as hell. I love it. I was so surprised by how good the combat is.
And all the characters have special moves too, with a special meter as well.
Yeah, where you
And
press
can do
the
same
shoulder
thing.
button.
You can do yours, or you can be fighting and call your teammate in and have your teammate do their super while you're just fighting.
Because you have two respected super, so you can like charge up the super meter entirely with one of your characters, switch out and have them in the backup, and then like Buck said, pull their special out because
It's a very
you need
interesting, different little piece that hasn't been done in a beat 'em up in a long time.
it. Yeah, all the characters level up just like in Ninja Turtles, which it's just. We have to move on to the next game, but man, I thought it was so cool once I started playing it, and I was just like, not to mention, dude, the costumes,
Yes.
unlocking
Switching.
extra costumes, unlocking like the
Wolverine,
Venom suit,
Wolverine's 90s blue and yellow.
Wolverine's fucking the black one with the red eyes when he becomes a villain for that short amount of times.
I will say this as a big fan of, you guys know if you listen to the podcast that I own a 6-player X-Men arcade machine. I think it's a little weird that Ninja Turtles supports 6 players and this game does not.
Oh, I forgot Ninja Turtles could be done 6
Yeah.
players. Wow.
Easy thing for them to do, easy thing for them to add as content, I'm sure. But did you get a little bit of slowdown on when there was a ton of stuff going on screen?
At one point, I did Spider-Man's jump swing attack and hit like 5 guys with the same jump swing, and the game was like, ugh.
Yeah, and I was like,
Okay, sorry about that.
is that on purpose, or is that
It's very
because
funny.
Okay, I mean, there's a lot of sprites going on, but I thought we
Yeah.
solved that 20 years ago.
Yeah. But yeah, man, I liked it a lot. It's on
Yes.
Game Pass. But it's also
only
on
like
everything.
$25 to
Yep.
to buy it and own it.
Yep. And I think you'd have fun.
I will say this.
Yes.
It has cross-play with your other friends on other consoles. It has remote play because it's made to be a couch co-op. So I played with my son. We actually share a Steam account. So when we want to play games together normally, like Dead by Daylight, I have to own 2 copies of Dead by Daylight so we can both play. He could just remote in from his computer and play as second player with us only owning 1 copy of the game. Your other friends don't have to own the game. They can remote play, and you're just like the mothership computer, and they're kind of like a video game Zoom call, I guess.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I did not know that. That rocks.
Yeah.
So get your friends together. Pick a duo of awesome complementary superhero archetypes and make your way through Cosmic Invasion. It rocks. Let's move on to another game that I was supremely impressed with.
Yeah.
In Dispatch. So, developed and published by Ad Hoc Studio in partnership with Critical Role, Matthew Mercer's thing.
Mm-hmm.
This is a choose-your-own-adventure game that's very similar to the Telltale games.
Mm-hmm.
But there is also like a second mode of gameplay that it's like a strategy game that we'll talk about in just a second. But
Actual gameplay.
I enjoy judging books by their cover, so let's just go first at how this game looks. Pretty fucking good for another game that's not in like a $60 video game or whatever. I mean,
Right.
it looks like you're watching an episode of Invincible.
Yep.
I mean, Buck said it before, but I mean, it's in so much so, in fact, that the beginning of each episode starts with a smash cut to the
Like Invincible.
to the card, just like Invincible,
Yeah.
and just like Dispatch, and I was like,
It's
okay,
superheroes. It is what it is.
yeah. But I don't know. It's just got like that look, cartoony, I guess. The gameplay, I already said, it's a choose your own adventure. There's quick time events in some of those choose your own adventure Telltale style moments where you're basically just choosing what to say or whatever, or like what, broken into 8 maybe hour or so long episodes. That's the gameplay. So I don't really have much to explain further than that on this side, besides when we get to the strategy element. But let's delve into the story of this choose your own adventure game, or at least on the surface of it.
Yeah.
So I won't spoil stuff right now. If you want to play it, we'll do a spoiler moment later. But like, if I had to 30,000 feet it, you play as like a washed up Iron Man who's like not a genius. You just have an Iron Man suit, and like who's like your dad was Iron Man and your dad's dad was Iron Man and whatever. And your suit explodes. Your arch nemesis blows up your suit, and then Supergirl essentially comes and recruits you to join like a corporatized like hero, like nationwide hero network thing.
Security
that,
company.
Like, it's like a security company that's just like dispatches heroes out to shit that's going on, and you are the dispatcher. And she wants you to sit at a desk and talk these team of misfits a la Suicide Squad. They're in a. I thought that was pretty funny actually. It was like,
no, it's good.
They're in a thing called Project Phoenix, where they're trying to rehabilitate old villains and they like reintroduce them into the superhero life or whatever. But you're an epically famous superhero of the LA area, and so you've been treated to go like basically like in your civvy clothes. Nobody knows you're Iron Man to work this job as a dispatcher. So naturally, and like that's the 30,000 foot view. I won't go into like, and then you meet this person, and then you have to choose whether you want to fall in love. But anyhow, it's like lots of office comedy type shit.
Yes.
There's a really good, interesting list of voices in this game. We've got Aaron Paul from Breaking Bad as the main guy. He does a really good job being
that
like
is
a
like
grizzled
such a different
superhero.
voice. I had to look that up like 3 times that it was a different Aaron Paul.
Right.
Because I had just seen those episodes of Invincible, and it was very Jesse Aaron Paul.
Yes.
And I'm watching this
he's
and I'm going,
grizzled in this.
okay.
He's pretty serious. He's
Yeah.
cool. We've got famous anime voice actors like Matthew Mercer, Laura Bailey, and Travis Willingham.
Mm-hmm.
We've got Moist Critical and Jacksepticeye, who are 2 pretty famous streamers, both play characters in this game. Alana Pierce, who was an ex-IGN journalist, and now she works for like Wired or something like this. She does a voice in this game. There's 2 rappers that do voices in this game, Thought Squad and Young Gravy. And they use some of Thought Squad's rap, like, or
Is that
songs.
whose music that is?
That she does that song, I'm gonna teach you how to make a pound cake. And it's just like,
But
shit.
it
I was
fits-
like, that's whose voice that is. Oh my God. Because
it
one of the
fits
characters
vibe,
is a pop
though,
star.
of the show. It fit, or the game. It fits the vibe very much so when things are
Yeah.
happening.
Yeah, it's very adult. Joel Haver, famous YouTube sketch person, is voice in this game. Jeffrey Wright from Westworld. And then Buck, this is amazing. Tanoi Reed plays the character Royd, the Hawaiian super genius, super strong guy. That is The Rock's real life cousin.
Cool.
Who has also been The Rock's real life stuntman for the past 20 years.
So we've seen him before because everybody's seen that kind of featurette, right, with him in that.
I've never seen him in something outside of obviously he was pretending to be The Rock in The Scorpion King and Journey to the Center of the Earth or whatever bullshit.
Okay, but listen, if you don't fist bump Royd, then you're not a good
you're
guy.
not human, even if you're at the
there.
urinal. Yeah. They're all written and developed pretty well. The story is rich. I thought it was funny and pretty well written. The only character I didn't really like was Moist Critical's character is this. He just has nothing besides he's a douchebag. And it's yeah, I know.
I thought it was funny. But gameplay mechanic wise, which we need to get into, he is amazing.
He's amazing. Yes, my favorite character. I wanted to ask you this: who's your favorite character story wise, not gameplay mechanic wise? Mine is Joel Haver, I'll say, as Waterboy, who starts as the janitor at the office, and his power is to just he's just I make too much wet. I'm always making water. I'm just always moist, and he just
so funny.
vomits up water to clean things. It's disgusting and awkward. It's so amazing. I love Joel Haver.
So funny. The I probably enjoyed Invisigal's character a lot. I enjoyed how she wasn't the protagonist, but she was not quite an antagonist even either. I really liked the angles that they threw at you with her.
Yeah, she had some really funny lines.
Her power is very interesting. She can turn invisible, but only when she holds her breath, but she's also asthmatic.
Oh, I didn't realize it was intrinsically linked to her holding her breath.
Yeah,
I was wondering why
thing.
she couldn't do it all the time.
Because she has to hold her breath to turn invisible.
Yeah.
But she's asthmatic, so she's constantly running and doing cardio while she's holding her breath.
Yeah, her backstory, the whole thing of feeling like her power was built for villainy, that was very
Her
good.
original name was Invisibitch when
Yeah.
she was a villain.
Should we talk about the strategy aspect now, or
Yeah.
did you want to get into spoiler country with any of the
I'd like
storyline?
to talk
and
about
any of
the strategy
characters?
part
Okay.
too, and then
So
yeah.
when you aren't doing the watch a movie and then make decisions game, you are actually doing that dispatching job that he has to do. So the way that works is you have this roster of villains, all the voice actors that I just mentioned or whatever, and they all have stats. Okay, there's combat, intellect, vigor, charisma, and mobility, and they are all mapped on a pentagon chart, how when you used to buy Transformers toys,
it's
and it would
exactly
be like
what it is.
Optimus Prime has this much leadership and this much melee strength or whatever, and then they basically connect the dots on that to make a shape on this pentagram or whatever, pentagon. Sorry.
Those are two very different things, Mac.
So the way it works is when you're basically just looking at a world map screen of like a fake version of LA. And then every now, and again, I guess it's not randomly, obviously, because the game's just scripted, but it's crimes will pop up as these little exclamation point tokens. You hover over them, and then it'll tell you what the crime is. And they'll vary in severity from help an old lady across the street to a big bad guy is destroying the whole town.
Yep.
And depending on the severity, they'll let you take a certain number, more or less heroes. Crossing the street, they'll let you basically take one person and say, who do you think would be good at helping this person cross the street? If it's a crime syndicate is robbing a bank, they might let you send 4 different heroes at once.
Yeah.
The catch to that is the heroes have to go to the crime and then sit there and do it for some time. And then when they're done, they have to walk all the way back to their home base and they have to rest. Mm-hmm. And so while that's happening, other crimes will pop up. And so there's some strategy involved regarding when and where to dispatch people to. Besides that, I mean, as you dispatch your heroes, they level up. And they'll gain more powers, they have intrinsic passive powers, if you will,
and increase their stats.
Invisigal, for example, has the power where if she goes on a mission alone, she can run to the mission there and back faster, just to be ready sooner.
Right.
But yes, more importantly, it's about upping their stats every time you level up and changing that pentagon shape of stats that you've got.
Yeah. They give you context clues.
Yes.
In the missions. I mean, other than it being obvious, if you have to get there fast, you need a character that has high speed. But it will say in bold and convince, which means you have to have someone that has good charisma, good communication skills.
Right. It'll give you a actual voice acted thing of someone saying what's going there's a brawl going on in the thing. But then it'll give you Buck is saying more detailed quote unquote tips, although some of them they were kind of tricky to figure out, which I kind of thought was fun.
Yeah,
but it'll say defend the pop star from the paparazzi, make sure that you get to the helicopter very quickly, and also you might have to use force to do that. And so you kind of have to parse out okay, might have to use force, definitely sounds like combat, I'm gonna have to have a high combat stat, and then obviously get to the helicopter quickly. I should probably send somebody that's got high mobility.
Right, or someone that can fly,
defend the pop star.
Yeah.
That probably is vigor, or maybe that's
toughness,
also a clue for combat.
Right.
And they're doubling down on clues for one because they want you to know you have to bring a lot of combat. Anyhow, you send the number of heroes you want to send, and then when it's done, you check the results, and it lays down on that same stat pentagon the stats that they wanted. So it'll be they wanted the strength to be all the way out here and then it overlays the pentagon that you created with the heroes that you sent. So it basically takes all of their stats, combines them, and then makes a new pentagon shape for you. And then it puts a little dot inside of their goal and then bounces it around inside of it.
And it's basically a dice roll in the background. It's
essentially a dice roll, but just yes. And so the more of their pentagon you cover with your pentagon, obviously, the higher success rate you have.
But I loved that part of it.
I fucking thought it was so addictive and fun.
This is the Telltale games were great, But we all know that the real reason why that company had problems is because they just became books. They just became repetitive. There wasn't any real gameplay to them, as much as some of them were great. The Batman ones were phenomenal. This is that extra little bit, I think, that those kind of games needed. They needed some type of gameplay element in it that does not need to be action-based, because you have to remember the type of player that you're targeting. It's probably not your dexterous players or your players that want to be playing an action game. They want to be engrossed in the stories, and this crosses over the characters, storylines, and abilities with the strategy. So if you're paying attention to the way the characters are, fast, boisterous, strong, whatever, their stats are all making sense to you.
Because obviously, they begin with stats that are sort of attempting to be themed in the, like, there's a big guy that's like a Clayface type, and he starts with pretty good attack and body or whatever, like vigor. Yeah. And so I just kind of naturally progress them in the arcs, because it also, like Buck says, it combines usually with their powers quite well. And also it's just good to keep them in their own separate lanes, because that way it's easier to remember what everyone is good at. You know what I mean? But yes, I recently played through the casting of Frank Stone, also a pick your own adventure game. But the part that's not the pick your own adventure game is just walking around in the dark.
Yeah.
There's never a moment. I was hoping that there would be a moment where like something chases you in that game to make it like it's half survival horror, half choose. It's like, no. And this is just like Buck said, that's the downfall to so many of these choose your own adventure games.
Yeah. You're just watching a movie with some choices in it.
This game will do cool stuff where in that dispatch, like for example, when you first get your team together in that dispatching mode, there will be moments where when you send two of these villains to go solve a crime, they'll get halfway there and they'll fuck with each other. Like one of them, like it'll be like wee wee and shine this like exclamation point, and it'll be like, oh, you sent the fire guy with the like the dance lady, and when they got halfway there and he locked her in a deli or something, and
they
then
were all
it'll
villains
ask
together
you,
and they didn't like each other at some point.
What do you want to do to respond to this? And then it'll give you, again, clues that are sort of tips to like, do you want to break out of the deli? Do you want to try to find a way out of the deli? Like, and it's asking you in context with the character that's trapped. So if the character that's trapped is really smart, you might want to pick an option that involves her using her intellect or something like this. Or
I take it all back, actually. I think Flambe is my favorite. Robert's a bitch. He's a bitch. Robert bitch.
Yo, I didn't write down any funny lines, but there were several moments in this game that made me do my big cackle laugh, like just like out
They're
loud.
at a villain bar, and Flambe, the boisterous fire wielding guy, sings a rendition of Meredith Brooks's "Bitch," but changes all the words to Robert, who is the dispatch guy they work with, and so it's all just a song about him being a bitch. It's so funny.
It was really good.
It's so
dang.
funny.
I'm trying to remember some of the funnier moments.
Again, another one with him when he knocks on the door to Robert and he just punches him in the face. He's like, I'm probably going to have to do that like once a month for the next few months before we get over this whole thing, you know?
I don't know if I got that interaction.
Ooh.
There's, me and Buck had very different playthroughs.
On complete accident.
By complete accident, yes. Okay, I guess we're getting into spoiler territory.
Yep.
We shall get into it now.
We'll
skip ahead 9 minutes to avoid spoiler country, but... So some of the cool ways you can diverge the gameplay involve like pretty up top in the game. There's a moment where you get to like you have to kick someone off your superhero team to like send a message to the other heroes because they won't stop fucking with each other, like I was saying before.
Yeah. And
your options are either this character that's like an assassin, like Batman adjacent feeling type, or Moist Critical's character, who we didn't get into it, but Moist Critical's character, the bat, he's like a bat in a tuxedo, a business suit, business suit.
But then he's also Man Bat.
Yeah,
like
his power is that every other mission he goes on, he switches his stats.
Yeah, he goes from intelligent and clever to strong and tough every other. Yeah,
so pretty cool character-wise. But I found his character to be so fucking annoying, and I was just like, man, the only thing I don't like about this game is Moist Critical's. First of all, his voice is so annoying to me because he's not trying to do any voice acting at all. He's just like, you mind if I do my regular voice? This is the only voice I have. I can't do voice acting. And it's like, then why is he in this game?
I thought
and then his character, just like I said, like he's a bat. And the only reference they make to him being a bat is every once in a while he screams really, really fucking loud to annoy all the characters and me. They never talk about him like eating bugs or drinking blood, or he's just like only talks about like there's a line I wrote in my notes where he says, a drug bust, my two favorite things, drugs and boobs. And I was just like, no. So they gave me an opportunity to him off our team, so I did so immediately.
When it said, and Sonar went to Harvard. We all know that because he will not shut up about the fact that he went to Harvard.
When you kick one of those two off your team, though, either the Batman or the Batman, like different characters on your hero squad will have beef with you. Like I had this character that's like a devil lady not like me because I got rid of the bat, whereas Buck had someone else, right? He had the character that's like a strong man, like a Irish, basically like a mythical dwarf, honestly, or whatever. I think he's Jacksepticeye's character,
and he was friends with her, so you're getting similar outcomes but with different character interactions.
Right. Those characters later become villains by the end, and then in the last mission they've been coerced by the main villain with something like they'll have pretty dramatic backstories. And it's the villains promising them something that they need or whatever.
But did you still save him at the end?
Yes. Me too. At the very end, I was like, you can come and eat at the barbecue or whatever. Yeah. And then the love
interest changes.
Yeah, the love interest thing was super cool. You either get to pick to pursue Supergirl, who was the person that kind of approached you in the first place, or the Invisigal, the anti-hero lead, if you will. The emo girl. Which one did you pick? Did you pick her? Did you romance her?
Oh, no, Death by Snoo Snoo.
Yeah. Oh, man. Supergirl is so big and very attractive.
Sorry, not sorry.
I also did that same. I didn't know if you did. It would have been interesting.
That's pretty fun.
But
I found it fun and interesting though to try and keep that balance of keeping Invisigirl happy without being a love interest in Invisigirl. I almost saw it as like a fatherly figure kind of direction from that. So then it was really weird when there were like scenes with her topless in it.
Yeah, because you're her superior, and so I was like, well, I feel like that wouldn't be an abuse of my power. Not that I mind when Supergirl uses her abuse of power.
She's your boss. It's fine.
She's your boss. That's right. That's right. But yeah, I didn't that. And then also it was just like too many problems. She's got problems. Like she calls you up and asks you to go to the movies. Yeah. And she's like complaining about how she is. Well, meanwhile, the other girl who's your boss is like pretty straight laced and it's just like, can I treat you to dinner? And it's just like, well, that sounds a lot nicer.
Blonde Blazer is supposed to just be like the on a date girl, and Invisigal's supposed to be the I can fix her girl.
Yes, I felt that vibe for sure. I was definitely like, honestly, part of me kind of wants to go with the I can fix her girl. I'm not going to lie to you.
The devs admitted,
like you said, death by Snoo Snoo.
The devs admitted that they definitely tried to push you towards Invisigal.
Big spoiler country right here. If you don't, at least this is what I assume, if you don't court Invisigal, by the end of the game, she becomes a villain.
You have to then pick to court Blonde Blazer, and you have to trust her at the end when all the stuff shit hits the fan with Royd.
Yeah.
If you don't trust her there at the end, then she will turn villain on you and stab you.
I could have swore, I guess I can't remember what I did. I thought I did let her out of the handcuffs for sure.
Was she a villain to you?
She killed the main villain.
Oh.
What did she do for you?
So I flew. He taunted me up on the roof. She was nowhere to be seen. And I said, here's the cores. I actually gave him both of them, the real one and the fake one, because he said whatever else.
Yep.
And then he shot me, and Invisigal was standing in between us. And she got shot in the shoulder for me.
Oh, really?
But she survives.
She
takes a bullet for you, literally.
In mine, I give him both the cores, and you're 3/4 of the way through your conversation, and she slits his throat with a knife.
Damn.
And then she looks at you as if to say, like, I'm the villain now. And then throws you the cores and runs away.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I was like,
that's her villain arc.
What did I do?
That's her villain
Whoa.
arc. Yeah. I think the biggest thing is having to trust her, but I'm sure there's some other stuff in there, too.
It was awesome. I really liked the story, man.
Yeah, a lot. It was really engaging. There were a lot of times that I had to pause this when there was a hard choice to make, like who to kick out. who to go with the date with, who to trust in the
cheated, you
situations.
paused.
I couldn't make that decision in 5 seconds. I was
There
just
were
like,
a lot of ones that I like hastily made and went like, oh God, I hope that was the right thing.
you would stop and go, okay, this is probably going to happen if that happens, but I probably can't stop this and this from happening anyway, and I really want to, take care of these people or help these people or do the right thing. There comes a time when you get a choice to trust your team of ex-villains with your secret identity of which hero you were.
Oh yeah,
and they actually have a betting pool on it, which is hilarious. I told them.
I did not.
That's where you didn't gain her trust because she wanted you to come out and tell them all. So I think I bet that's where you lost her.
That's so interesting.
So I told them all, and that's why you didn't get the Flambe scene. Flambe leaves for like 2 days.
That was why I didn't want to do it because I knew he would be so mad.
But he came back.
I took the angle of you tell him your real name, and they're like, "What does that mean?" And I was like, "My point is that it doesn't matter who you were because you were villains. Yeah. Now we're heroes, and really I'm not a hero anymore. I'm just some guy." Really so I was like, "That sounds good."
If the spin that was cool was they all rallied around like when you go to test the new core, they're all there to support you. Because they all know that you're Mecha Man, and they're all there to support you. And when you have the housewarming party, that's where Flambe is late. He shows up at the very end, and he opens the door, and he just punches you in the face. And he everybody brought a lamp.
Yes.
He punches you in the face and says, "I'm going to have to do that every month or so till we're better." And then he goes, "I brought you this," and he just throws a lamp into the apartment.
Wow. Because in my party, that's when he finds out that I'm Mecha Man. Because there's
and what does he do?
He gets pissed and leaves.
So he leaves anyway.
Yes.
Does he come back?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you have.
That's when I got him back. So I missed him for the earlier period. Yeah, this is why I enjoyed that because I knew making those decisions there would be different things that went on, especially with picking different people. You also pick a different superhero to add. Mac added Waterboy, and I added Phenomenon, who is Superman, except he's extremely depressed.
He's like
because Blonde Blazer broke up with
Superman. No, he's more like Martian Manhunter.
Okay,
if he looked like a person all the time.
Because he's awkward. Because
he doesn't understand human. He wasn't raised by people in Kansas. Yeah. I do not understand your human ways.
He keeps sending edible arrangements of all melons.
Yes, that's a great joke. There you go. Yeah,
that's a great joke.
It's mostly just stinking up the garbage or the break room. Or
whatever. Then you get Superman on your team, who also, if he fails a mission, gets depressed and takes 3 times as long to recover to go on the next mission.
But if you succeed a mission, he's ready to go for the next mission in an instant.
Good gameplay mechanics.
It's so good, man.
That made it
so fucking good. Really good.
I didn't think I would stick to me that hard, and I couldn't stop playing. I picked it up after the last mission had come out. I guess they episodically for like a month. Only like episodes 1 through 4 were in the base game.
Oh,
and then every week they released a new episode. So you had to wait a week for episode 5.
Thank God I
6,
just got
7,
to do
8.
them all in a row because that was awesome.
At the same time, though, I heard people saying that, and I thought, that's kind of cool, too. I mean, that's really – but I really enjoyed and had to play all the way through because it was very engaging.
I would say it's the best choose-your-own-adventure game I've played since when the original Walking Dead Telltale stuff came out, and even now I look back and go, actually, this is like better. So,
I was gonna say, you know me, I love FMV games, and you saw me even this year play that Dead Reset game and a bunch of others. But those are literally just movies with choices where you can go back and watch a slightly different movie by making different choices and killing off different characters, which is all fun. This felt a little more like a game, which I really enjoyed. I heard they're working on a season 2. I'm really looking forward to it.
They're making the same people are working with Roll20 to make what's the fantasy show that they do?
Oh, okay.
Like Mighty Nine and whatever. That universe, like a fantasy version of this. And I was like, fuck yeah, dude, give me more.
Look forward to what the gameplay mechanic is on that,
All right, cool, very good. I think that does it for our discussion on superhero-based video games. We are going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we are going to do our What Else You Got and just head on out of here. What do you say, you? Huzzah!
I only came in as I thought we were playing Magic the Gathering tonight. I am hoping we still may.
Okay, we're back, super friends, and it's time for our What Else You Got, the segment of our show where we can bring anything to the table, be it video game or not. However, this week I do have a video game that I've been playing quite a lot of. Released September 26th of this year. Ooh. Developed by Panic Arcade, published by Future Friends. It's Clover Pit.
Okay.
You see me on Discord probably in my
Quite
Xbox
a bit,
playing this.
yes.
Quite a
between
bit.
that and Ball Pit, and I don't know the pit.
This I know. I was like, is it made by the same company? No. Just 2 pit-based games. It's a rogue light ambient horror slot machine game.
Yeah. One of our friends played the crap out of it because he has a gambling addiction.
Bro. As far as like the hooks of the like why you play it is just like much like other roguelike games. Like every time you play around, you'll end up unlocking more and more shit that later you're like, well, now I want to play around with now that I've got that because if I get that, then I'll do that. Yeah, that's the best part. But strategy gets introduced much like in other roguelikes because you literally just play slots.
Right.
And it works just like a regular
modifiers and other things going on. Right?
Yes. So in between rounds in which you place you deposit money into this machine and then you actually get interest back every round. And so you're incentivized to put as much money as you can in between rounds.
Oh my gosh, are they going to finally teach these kids about investing?
Mr.
Vennecore would be so proud.
I know, right? You can do different slot. If you put $7 in, then you get this many pulls, and if you put $3 in, you get this many pulls. So how much money do you want to put in to get interest versus how many pulls do you want? And then in between pulls, you get or like just in between rounds of pulls, you get to buy relics and shit, and they change the odds of the slot machine. So it's just like, this is one that makes it, there's a 20% chance that lemons have this mark on them. And this mark means that if you score a 4 or 5 lemon combo, then you permanently upgrade the value of every lemon token for the rest of your run.
Magical. It's no Balatro, but it's sold a bazillion copies.
It's no Balatro, but I'll say this, because funny it's enough that you mention it. Oh. Tish likes Balatro, and she was playing it the other day. Mm-hmm. And Balatro involves not only the relics, but also strategy.
Sure.
In your plays and your discards. Mm-hmm. Clover Pit has no strategy. You can literally, if you had a hard day at work or something, you literally just like, and then you go over and go, oh, this thing's got like a cherry bonus. And then I've got this thing where there is like one mechanic, which is you have a button by you that if you press it, you activate every one of your activate via this button abilities that is queued, like ready to go. They have cooldowns. So it'll be like, for example, you'll have like a one that's when you hit this for the rest of this spin round, cherries have a 10% better chance to be manifested. Yeah, but then you got to recharge for 6 rounds versus this one recharges in 1 round. But the only thing it does for you is give you 1 round of extra luck, which I don't know what it's doing on the back end of the video game or whatever.
Somebody's mathed it.
But yeah, the when I said like the horror elements of it all, like you're in this fucking gross ass bath. You can literally take a shit and take a piss just like in the place where you play. And then there's like this scary phone that rings that gives you power-ups in between rounds. And then there's like, it's just kind of eerie in general. There's like a person who's got you held captive, apparently. You've got these cabinets that you can store items in for future runs. Or if you have like an item that you want to save because
it does have a bunch of gameplay mechanics. You just can't change the slot machine.
The slot machine, the actual play part, it's all the setup. So if you like strategy games like me, it's great because you just do all the setup and then you just literally, like a gambling addicted person, just sit there and pull this lever and over again. It's awesome. I love it. It's on Game Pass.
Fun.
It's on Steam for very, very cheap. Clover Pit, go check it out. Mm-hmm. Buck, what else have you got?
I'm going to wait till the other boys are back for us to talk about Night Rain, the Forsaken Hollow, which will be out by the time this episode airs. The DLC for Night Rain.
No, we definitely have talked about it before, but we obviously haven't played it, so we don't know.
And now the stuff is out, and we can actually see the characters and do them. So we're gonna all talk about it together. I have something fun instead. I'd like to do for my what else you got. Would you like to do something fun with me?
Yeah.
So every once in a while at Retro, I'm always on the lookout for buys on stuff. You guys always say, "How many get so many video games to do that?" And it's like, when's the last time that you bought a warehouse full of video games? And for me, it was last week because that's how we work. But sometimes we get really, really fun stuff. So I had the opportunity to buy like 20 booster boxes of these. These are 1992 Nintendo official album sticker packs made by Merlin.
What in the fuck?
So these are packs of official Nintendo stickers, and these are about as old as you. They were made in like 92.
Fuck yes.
So we have so many of them that like while supplies last, probably for like the next 6 months or so, if you get a Retro box and you put accessories are okay, which sometimes includes things like this and plushies and other stuff, you can get one of these in one of your box. You want me to rip it open so we can see what's inside?
Oh my fucking God, yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Is it
All right.
multiple stickers?
Man. It is. Look at these. Oh my gosh, look. I got a Mario 3-pack. Look,
Whoa,
that's
it's
the
like
Mario,
the full screen
music
of the
notes.
game.
Oh, I got part of a sticker.
What
I got
is
Mario's
that?
butt, I
Ooh,
think.
We got Mario's caked up
I think it's
ass,
Mario's butt.
as Raph has referred to it.
I got somebody's leg.
who is
that looks
that, you
like
think?
Ganondorf or somebody's leg.
Yeah.
Does it say on the back here? It's number 55, whatever
More
that is.
legs. You got more legs.
I got lots of legs.
That's
Look at
amazing.
these pieces. This looks, what does that look like?
Looks like some mother
Who could
legs.
that be? Somebody, like a nurse.
This is
like
definitely Zelda.
Oh, that's from Zelda.
Yeah.
That's like the old
What's her
lady.
name? Oh God, yeah. People are gonna kill us for not remembering. It's the lady from Breath of the Wild.
Well, this would have been like Zelda 2.
I know, but I think it's the
so-
same character. I think.
Oh, probably. And then I got a couple of Mario 3 ones. Look at this. It's
That
like
is-
a item warp whistle room and a little music note rooms.
If you
These
can't
are
be
all
watching right
stickers.
now, this
Oh, yeah.
sticker that Buck
Yeah.
is referring
This
to.
is a
these
Spotify
Mario,
video moment.
This Mario 3 sticker is a screenshot
Yeah.
from different parts of Mario, including like the bar at the bottom that shows you
Yeah.
your score and everything.
Yeah, and lots of
cool.
butts. The game, these
And then
sticker
just, yeah, a
packs
bunch of
apparently
ass.
really
Yeah,
like
yeah.
butts.
Cool.
What do you think? I'm looking at that shoe, and I'm wondering if that's like it's somebody else from Zelda or.
Feels like a medieval shoe for
Yeah,
sure.
I haven't opened one of these yet. We literally have thousands of them.
medieval shoe.
But that's something
Cool.
fun. It's old school, vintage,
But
but
fucking rocks.
new old stock, as they say, and you can get one of these fun stickers and put them on your fridge or your laptop or something.
Having a Mario's caked up ass sticker on your laptop will make you the coolest person in the coffee shop. Very cool.
Oh, it's got
Hell-
a golf club. That's from Mario Golf.
Oh, it is. It's him after a swing. I see now. That's why he's in that
It's number
position. That's so funny.
255. So I think we need 254 to complete the
awesome.
Mario Golf.
That does it for another episode of the Game Treasure Podcast. Thank you so much for listening or watching. Do us a huge favor. Like and subscribe. Share if you can. Let your friends know. It'd be really cool if you could. If you are just listening to this on Spotify, you should still go to our YouTube and subscribe there because we've got our live streams that happen over the weekend, and you get the shorts. It's a fun place. That's where we live. You can reach out to us via our email at gametreasurepodcast@gmail.com. Head over to our merch store at our linktree /the GTP. We've got mugs and hats or not hats, shirts. You can turn our shit into a bunch of different shit. Patreon, if you want to support the show because you like us, patreon.com /the GTP, $5 a month. And you can assist us and you get access to bonus content that we have in there. We have our UFO 50 deep dive series in there. 5 parts, it's like 7-8 hours of content that
You
that
really,
you get.
really
It's
want to
fun.
hear us talk.
You can find links to all that stuff at linktree /the GTP. We want to thank Crunkwitch for the use of our theme song, Clash of the Droids. You can find them on Apple Music, Spotify, anywhere you can find music on the internet. And last but not least, we need to thank RetroGameTreasure.com. You heard about it at Retro Zone. It's owned and operated by the Mega Buck himself. It is a subscription service that seeks to help you grow your retro video game collection as easy as possible. So no more hunting around your town to find a game store that actually has any good games and then praying that those games are in working condition. Instead, you go to retrogametreasure.com. You tell Buck what consoles you collect for and what types of games that you like to play. And then every month he packs a box full of games personalized just for you to add to your collection forever. So go now, start collecting video games the easy way today with retrogametreasure.com. All right, that does it. Until next week, my name is Max Stein, and I love the Game Treasure Podcast. It's so bad.
It's so bad.